The setter from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, number 2, Sydney Hilly. Middle blocker from Burnsville, Minnesota, number 6, Tori Dixon. Outside hitter from Defiance, Iowa, number 10, Jess Shaban-Landsman. Middle blocker from Sofia, Bulgaria, number 11, Histrina Vuchkova. Outside hitter from Ortonville, Michigan, number 13, Paige Briggs. Outside hitter from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, number 18, Bethania de la Cruz. And the libero at 5'7" from Zionsville, Indiana, number 3, Kendall White. The head coach for the Supernovas is Laura Bird-Coon.
Women's professional volleyball is headed to town.
A chance to play professionally.
The sky's the limit. There are no limits with this sport.
Real Pro indoor volleyball.
Female beach volleyball play.
I see a volleyball in California and around the world. Tonight is the start of something magical.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, here I come. You can't
And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup for your San Diego Mojo. A 6-foot even outside hitter from Bonsall, California, number 3, Kendra Dahlke. A middle blocker at 6'2" out of San Jose, California, number 7, Veronica Stone. A 6'3" middle blocker from Marysville, Michigan, number 10, Allie Bastianelli. The setter at 5'7" from Bangkok, Thailand, number 13, Nutsara Tomkom. A 6-foot even outside hitter from Glenwood, Illinois, number 19, Timmy Thomas Ilara. A 6'3" opposite out of Encinitas, California, number 30, Morgan Lewis. And our libero at 5'7" from Omaha, Puerto Rico, number 2, Chara Venegas. The assistant coaches for the Mojo, Deetra Collins-Parker and Brandon Directo, and the head coach of your San Diego Mojo, Taiba Hanif Park.
For the fourth and final time this season, the Mojo meet the Supernovas in Pro Volleyball Federation action. He's the well-traveled pro volleyball analyst, Brett Loftus. I'm Jay Kerman. We're glad you're with us here in the birthplace of California, San Diego, where the Mojo look to stay in the fourth and final playoff spot. The Mojo were busy over the last week and a half, 3 5-setters on the road. They won the first 2, but dropped one in Omaha Saturday. What a nail-biter that was between these two 3 days ago.
Yeah, Jake, I think we've seen a lot of that this year, right, where teams have played each other back-to-back. One has been close, one has been not so much. It has been, sometimes we see 2 5-setters back-to-back. You never know what you're going to see in this league. And here tonight, where the Mojo played really, really well in front of their fans, the tides could turn in favor of them.
Home teams 3-0 in this season series thus far. Omaha winning 15-12 in the deciding 5th set on Saturday in front of 11,000 at CHI Health Center. They are 12-6, second place in the Pro Volleyball Federation, just 2 wins away from stamping their playoff spot. The Mojo trying to bounce back. They've been playing great volleyball as of late, winners of 4 of their last 6. And Nutsara Tomcom serves to get this one underway. A rare service error from the Thai national, only her 6th this season.
Yeah, Jake, I mean, on the first serve of the night, that's very, very interesting from Tomcom. Something you hadn't seen a lot, as you pointed out.
Came into this match with the same amount of aces as service errors. Morgan Lewis, long on her first swing. She's in the starting lineup tonight for Coach Taiba Hanif Park, the rookie out of Oregon. Mojo bringing a few rookies, or rather Omaha bringing a few rookies into their starting lineup. Paige Briggs, the outside hitter out of Western Kentucky. Off of her strong performance Saturday, she's in the lineup. De La Cruz sent back by Bastianelli, and San Diego relied on her throughout that last match.
That's why you want her on the floor, Jake. I think in her absence, a couple games that maybe she hasn't played a whole lot of, or that she's just straight up missed this year, that's where they've really missed her there on that right pin.
She has 16 blocks in her last 3 matches. She had 7 on Saturday. Jess Shaben-Landsman. They'll run that play sometimes. The right side swinging from the middle.
Yeah, very unsung hero on this team this season. I think she's somebody that has really started to step up, as you mentioned, Jake.
The only healthy opposite on Omaha's roster for Saturday's game, and she delivered accordingly with 16 kills. Bastianelli picking up where she left off, the 5th-year pro out of the University of Illinois.
And getting her started on both ends of the floor early tonight. It's a really, really good look for the Mojo.
Coming off a season-high 15-point performance. Her offense has been a welcome surprise at times for San Diego this year. Really known for her blocking. Tomcom to Lewis. Off high hands, good pass by De La Cruz. Briggs converts on her first swing of the night. They love this rookie, traded for on draft night from Orlando.
Yeah, what's not to love, Jake? I mean, that is a wonderful, wonderful shot. Just barely able to catch the line there from Paige Briggs. Same line attack, love to see that.
12 kills off the bench on Saturday night for Briggs, her 2nd highest total of the season. Shaben-Landsman dug out by Thomas Ilara. Quick set for Stone, dug up Tori Dixon out of Minnesota. Transition chance, Dalkey sent back by Vuchkova. Stone off high hands, and transition for the Novas. Shaben-Landsman changes the speed and scores on the cut shot. Good start for the former Iowa State indoor star.
You just had a feeling that the Supernovas are going to win that point throughout. I mean, just the 3 best swings you could have there from the Mojo, and Omaha had something for them every single time.
Trying to scrap and claw their way to winning long rallies. That was the key for the Supernovas on Saturday. As that one's kept alive by De La Cruz. Lewis misses from the right side, and this is part of the story that we saw Saturday, the scrappy Supernovas.
Yeah, weathering the storm. I think that's something the Novas have done all season. Again, one of the most talented rosters in the whole league. The grit that they're able to show during long rallies and long sets has been stupendous.
Dixon somehow kept that one up. Shaben-Landsman there to cover. Stone out of the middle, slowed down Vuchkova, and a chance for a 5-point lead. Kept up again, but not the 3rd time, as Lewis punishes the overpass.
You got a little Morgan Lewis minute in the starting lineup tonight because of that. Again, bringing her off the bench, she's really been a spark plug late in matches this season, and well, now she gets to start on the floor here tonight, and having her energy out there early is going to be vital in my opinion.
Out to Dalkey, and Kendra Dalkey has been the straw that stirs the drink as of late for San Diego.
Yeah, KD3, man, I mean, she has been one of the bigger surprises throughout the league. Again, a player that didn't really see a whole lot of action, been starting for him a lot here recent, and again, for that reason right there.
23 kills in the Mojo win at Orlando a week ago. Slide for Stone, and just like that, the Mojo with 3 in a row.
It felt like we were 1 point away from seeing Coach Anif Park from burning the timeout, and then boom, 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 here comes the Mojo.
Beautiful timing on that slide. Ronica Stone, such a consistent element in this Mojo attack. 8+ kills in 6 of her last 7 matches. Briggs, lightning in that right arm.
Yeah, Jake, I mean, she has one of the more powerful swings in the league. I think Coach Bird Kuhn wanted to see her develop and how well she would develop over the season. Really brought her on in a minimal role early on, as we talked about, but now earning herself into that starting lineup in the most vital part of the year here down the stretch. Yeah,
starting in the place of Brooke Nuneviller today, and that defense you saw there, part of the reason why. Still a free ball, but it catches the Mojo off guard. A little miscommunication there between the rookies, Temi Thomas-Silara and Morgan Lewis.
Yeah, something you hadn't seen a whole lot this season. Again, the miscommunication on the free ball is a very rare play, obviously, at any level in volleyball, but we just saw it right there.
Can they respond? Shaban Lansman, great up on Dalkey's swing, and the joust is won by the big Bulgarian blocker, Hrstina Vuchkova.
I mean, not too much you can say about that. Just power up there winning it on the just.
She played a huge role in the Supernova win Saturday night. 6 blocks, hitting it up over 60%. Lewis, a quick 3 kills right out of the gate. That's about what she averages per set.
That's exactly what you want to see out of her. And like you said, Jake, already having her set averages through the first 15 points of the match.
The former Arizona star Dalkey serves right to Briggs. Quick tempo, read by Stone, but covered by De La Cruz. Temi took something off. Nutsara Tomcom to the rescue. As Lewis rolls it through. Good pass by Dalkey. Stone with tempo from Tomcom.
I think that last point has been the biggest improvement we've seen out of San Diego all season, has been the transition play, both on the offensive and defensive end. Everybody was a little bit out of sync, but able to get back in place on that last swing for Ronica Stone.
That'll get this Hawaiian shirt-wearing crowd onto their feet. The first 1,000 fans receive those stylish threads you see in the background. Taiba Hanif Park sporting one of those.
So are you, Jake Hearn.
That's right. Already starting to feel like summer here tonight. Tomcom. Oh, look at that set for Stone. But she missed the line. And the Supernovas have built a 4-point advantage, matching their largest of the first set.
Right idea. Right, you'd go back to that. 8 times out of 10, you're going to win the point. That's just one of the 2 that you don't.
Nice run on serve here for Paige Briggs. They go right back to Stone, and Hilly, the cerebral setter out of Wisconsin, read it well and set up Shaban Lansman.
Again, just so many different weapons. You got Briggs at the service line. This is where Shaban Lansman becomes very, very critical, and obviously she just showed one.
3 quick kills for the Iowa State and LSU beach volleyball star. Her former Cyclone teammates came out to the match on Saturday, supported her. They've got plenty to support the way she's been playing as of late. De La Cruz finds the floor, and the Supernovas extend their run.
Now here comes the interesting thought process and perhaps a chess move here from Taiba Hanif Park. You know you have the official timeout at the 15-point, right? Whoever is able to get there first. Do you ride it out if you're the Mojo? If you lose this point, we'll see.
Well, we're about to find out. The Supernovas doubling up San Diego 14-7, and Coach Hanif Park has seen enough. The overpass out by a few inches, and the Supernovas inching in front here early.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
Sara Tomcom out of Thailand, a very, very gifted and experienced international setter. Tomcom is so good in defense and also in transition. Beautiful play to the outside. 5'5" out of Thailand, her 16th years of professional.
Always pushes the pace. I love her choices too, offensively.
The Supernovas have started fast here in San Diego tonight, 14-7. They lead 5 points in a row on the serve of Paige Briggs from Ortonville, Michigan, a 2-time All-American at Western Kentucky, starting in Brooke Nunneviller's place tonight for Coach Bird Kuhn. Vuchkova terminates from the right side, and it's all going well for Omaha.
Yeah, that's just not how you want to come out of the timeout. Venegas having to send over a free ball. Supernovas perfectly in rhythm there. We're going to see a substitution here.
And with the passing struggling for San Diego here early, Lindsay Vanderweide comes into the back row. 5th-year pro out of Oregon, and she comes on right on cue with a perfect pass. Hilly ready at the right pin. Thomas Ilara beats Hilly there one-on-one.
And obviously a lot of moving parts with Vanderweide, and the reason that point is able to allow the Mojo to stay in system there. Again, trying to feed Timmy as much as possible on that left pin. Wonderful, wonderful pass, wonderful set, wonderful shot.
So the Mojo leader in aces, Ronica Stone, scores a point for the Mojo there with a Bastianelli block.
Elite defense yet again. Second block of the night already from Allen.
Her 29th on the season. She's missed 2 separate stints, like you mentioned, with knee injuries, including a bone bruise that held her out for much of the Mojo's previous homestand. Thomas Ilara tools the double block, and this is that timeout response that Taiba Hanif Park was looking for.
Absolutely, because you could have waited that one more point, Jake. But again, knowing the 7-point discrepancy, knowing how good this Omaha team is, you got to do anything to slow them down, continuing to ride that wave.
Good pass by White, sets up Vuchkova. Tomcom shanks it, but Lindsay Vanderweide is there to recover. In transition, Vuchkova tipping off of Temi. And 4 hits gives the point to Omaha.
That's something where I think we're going to have to see an adjustment tonight from the Mojo, getting the hands up a little bit quicker, right? I think a couple times Vuchkova's been able to exploit that. Briggs has been able to exploit that in that block. Again, being able to just get up a little bit quicker.
Thomas Ilara, cross-court shot on the line. There's no block that's stopping this.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to go in this year. I mean, watch out, right? I mean, that is what has been in tea time right now for the Mojo. 2 out of the last 3 from her.
She averages 16 points per match. That's 5th in the Pro Volleyball Federation. And she's been the go-to option out of this timeout.
There's our adjustment, right? You run the slide play to Tori Dixon. Great anticipation by Thomas Ilara and Bastianelli. Wonderful, wonderful blow.
He saw that low set there from Sydney Hilly. Her and Tori Dixon not really on the same page last Saturday. Dixon with a negative hitting percentage for the first time all season in that one. See if she gets back on track here. De La Cruz waited on the set. Vanderweide to Tomcom. Here's Temi with some arc on the roll. D-ball, Shaman has been blocked. That's 30 this year for Bastianelli.
Talk about that low set, bit of an issue again, and again, when that's a low set, Jake, from the 10-foot line. Block there, watch out. AB ready to knock it right back.
7 stuff blocks on Saturday, a Mojo team record. Bastianelli dialed in right now in the front row. De La Cruz blocked back again by Alley. Venegas races up for the tip shot. Temi, a rare miss.
Wonderful play, though, by the Supernovas right there. Again, you got to love the push shot just to get it over. Got to get some feet moving, man. I mean, the blocks have been able to be set there, and I mean, it's just a cookie-cutter block every single time. Really good job there to get some feet moving from the Omaha team.
There you see Hrstina Vučkova on the bench getting some feedback from her head coach, Bird Kuhn. She said that Vučkova always curious, always inquisitive. She doesn't let anything go by without asking why, and that's what's made her so successful throughout her long pro career, which has taken her to China, Turkey, and Italy, some of the best leagues in the world.
You got to be coachable, right? I think that no matter what youth sport you're playing, no matter what you're doing in life, you have to be coachable, and I think that's a microcosm of that when you look at Hrstina Vučkova.
Much of the same can be said about the young lady on serve, Temi Thomas Ailara, as Dixon has it blocked back by Bastianelli. Shaven Landsman rolls it through. They want Vanderweide, and she hits high hands. Briggs out of the middle. Venegas second ball. And a block. Lands in. De La Cruz and Dixon teaming up.
Tori Dixon, that's something she did really, really well right early on in the year. She and Betty, she and Brooke, she and whoever up front, they are so lethal when Tori can get going on the defensive end. That's exactly what you want to see for the Supernovas.
That was Tori's 50th stuff block of the season, 4th in the league. Feels like a big pivot point here. Great dig by Sydney Hilly. White picks out Briggs. No touch.
Kind of an awkward angle going for the cut shot. Almost rolled it a little bit and just got a little bit too much on it there for the Supernovas.
Omaha lead back down to 3. Bastianelli back to serve. Great pass by De La Cruz. And Briggs off the hands of Stone. Vanderweide can't push it through the block. De La Cruz back row. Lewis off a quick set. And a great tool by Paige Briggs. Long distance connection with Sydney Hilly.
That's exactly right, Jake. You pointed out both the things that were exceptional about that play. Able to get that cross court set, but not only that, the tool to know that, hey, well, the block's getting better. Go right into the bottom of the hands. Wonderful shot by the rookie.
Vanderweide right back at you.
Yeah, Lindsay, you want her on the floor. And again, we know she's went through that lull. Just like any great athlete, you're going to go through a drought. But she is somebody that if the Mojo are going to have some success here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, she's going to have to be a part of it.
It has been a little bit of a drought for Lindsay. More on that in a moment as Temi has it dug up by Kendall White. Incredible defense. Free ball back to the Mojo, but an overpass. Vučkova couldn't slam it down, but it falls anyway.
Kendall White, man. Can we brag on her for a second? You look at this inaugural season, the Pro Volleyball Federation. She has some of the more miraculous digs we've seen all year. Add that one to the highlight tape. She's already been featured on John Boy Media 2 times. Might be featured on there a 3rd time after that last one.
Dig number 220 comes in style. She had 19 of those on Saturday. Been in and out of the starting lineup, alternating with Gabby Curry-Thompson, the rookie out of Kentucky. Vanderweide is blocked, but Temi was there to cover. Chance for the Novas to go up 5. Briggs, yes. 21-16 Omaha.
How about the rook right now, Jake? Getting the start here tonight. She's been a big reason, Paige Briggs, that is why they're up 5.
Subs getting ready for San Diego, and we saw this late in sets 1, 2, and 4 during their last match on Saturday. The Oregon Ducks teammates, August Raskey and Willow Johnson, coming into the match. For Johnson, this is her home debut She trained all winter long with the Mojo before signing a deal to play in South Korea right before the season was set to begin. Made her debut at Omaha Saturday, 9 kills on 33 swings. Still getting used to her new teammates, but there is some familiarity there from the time they spent in the gym this winter. The southpaw comes in on the left side. Vanderweiler. Oh, another great up by White. Nobody there for the second ball as Grushkova hit the deck.
You got to give big time ups though to Lindsay right there. Another wonderful shot from her. She's got it going tonight, Jake. You got to continue to feed her. We talk about something all year. Mojo have done well. They found the hot hand. Taiba knows how to play her rotation. Wonderful, wonderful job by both Coach Eve Park and Lindsay since she's entered the ballgame.
We talked about the slump for Lindsay. She has hit 10% or less in 6 straight matches. Her hitting percentage on the year, though, still up near 20. Rasky over to Temi, tipping, but Shaman Landsman was there. Hilly over on 2, kept up by Vanderweiler. Interesting exchange. The block sails wide off the left hand of Stone. Point Omaha, they're up 5 again.
Yeah, Jess Shaven Landsman continuing to go at it there from that 10-foot line.
As we look at a previous point, the Bastianelli block. Mojo had 14 blocks on Saturday, but Omaha racked up 19. Their franchise record, the second most in any match we've seen this season. Only Vegas last weekend with their 21 blocks in a losing effort to Grand Rapids had more.
And that's something. 21 blocks and you lose.
It's been that kind of season for the Thrill. They've been on the wrong end of some thrilling matches. They are 6-13. They'll be here on Friday night for the Mojo's next match. Omaha also back in action Friday, hosting Grand Rapids back at the CHI Health Center. De La Cruz down the line, and the Supernovas closing in on set 1.
Yeah, would have been close to being in or out there. Rasky obviously making contact with it. Nonetheless, great shot from Betty.
Betty loves playing against the Mojo. Brett, she's got over 60 kills now in the 4 meetings this season, including 26 here a couple of weeks ago. Mojo having trouble with the first contact, and Omaha trying to make them pay. Willow Johnson. That one sails wide.
It's an excellent point, though, Jay. That's the first time tonight. We've seen a lot of times when the Mojo has struggled with first contact, but the first time tonight, we've been able to see them get back in system.
How about that southpaw strike? A little bit reminiscent of Dad out there on the mound. Randy Johnson, the Hall of Fame pitcher, as Willow goes back to the bench.
Our last 300-game winner in Major League Baseball. Maybe Willow can rack up 300 kills here in the Pro Volleyball Federation over her career. She's still got a long way to go to do that.
Had over 1,000 at Oregon, left there in 2019. Supernovas looking for set point. Not yet, thanks to Lewis. Temi, big time swing, better dig. Joust, kicked up in the air to no avail. Morgan Lewis doing everything she could.
And Morgan got up a little gingerly. I was concerned there for a moment, but yeah. Let's look at this. Almost got the right foot to it, but to no avail, unfortunately. Wonderful effort.
Hilly serving on set point. 5 of them for Omaha. Trouble. It trickles over on 1. And Omaha wraps up set number 1, 25-19, unless we see a challenge here, and we will not. A super start for the Supernovas as they look for another win over San Diego.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to like wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party, you weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, like, okay, I need to like not be myself to make these girls like me.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that.
What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal.
This is a place where empowerment truly starts from within, and that's a beauty that lasts for a long time.
Join Girl Talk, you won't regret it.
Out of Thailand, a very, very gifted and experienced international setter. Tom Kahn is so good in defense and also in transition. Beautiful play to the outside. 5'5" out of Thailand. Her 16 years of professional.
Always pushes the pace. I love her choices too, offensively.
(25-19) Omaha in set number one. Brett, the previous 10 sets in this series have been decided by 5 or less. That trend barely broken, and Omaha used a run in the middle of the set to get it done.
Boom. Yeah, it's Supernovas, they are a team of runs, really more so than anybody else. I mean, when they get going, they go on runs of 5, 7, 10, 12. I mean, this team can really get going at times.
What a great up there from Shara Venegas. Point recycled for Willow Johnson. Left side swing. De La Cruz did not hit the high hands. We'll see if we get an early challenge to start set number 2. As a horn sounds, and we will.
Yeah, Nutsar did a great job just to even get that one to Willow. Allow the Mojo to get back in system there and set up defensively, but be interested to see what a replay shows here, Jake.
It's funny, you talked about Omaha being a team of runs as we wait for the review. It was the way they responded, their character, their resilience that impressed their head coach, Bird Coon, for the win on Saturday, because they trailed for much of the first 2 sets in that match. They were not playing very efficiently, found a way to scrap and claw to a 1-set all-tie at intermission, and then they found their game. As the challenge is unsuccessful, Bird Coon will have 1 left for the remainder of set number 2.
Well, Jake, to your point, this is a team that's had to be resilient all year. I mean, Bird is their interim head coach, right? I mean, she's the second head coach this year. A team that has dealt with injuries, a team that has been very up and down, right? They have been the staple of consistency, I think, here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. They've dealt with a lot. They've battled through a lot. And again, like Coach Kuhn pointed out, this is a team that they just know how to get it done no matter what's in their way.
And they haven't been particularly streaky as of late, alternating wins and losses over their last 5. As that one falls into the donut, little miscommunication on the second ball. But Coach Kuhn said she wants that to change. She wants them to put 2 matches together, back-to-back, especially against a potential playoff opponent like San Diego, because that's what it'll take to win that $1 million prize in the Pro Volleyball Federation title. 2 tight matches in a row.
Right, and I mean, you put $1 million into it, I think everybody's going to turn it up a notch. So that's exactly right, Jake. You have to continue to string together consistency no matter how you do it.
Shaban Landsman splits the seam to open Omaha's bank account in set 2.
Boom.
They should add that sound effect into our Bolt 6 animation, huh? That comes with Brett 6. You don't get the 22 cameras, but you get that. 3-1 San Diego. What a great swing from Bastianelli.
No way to stop that. Allie has been wonderful to start some sets this season, and again, with the depth that San Diego has, it's almost like we talked about pitching with Willow's dad. You need a starter, a reliever, and a closer here in these sets against Omaha.
It's funny, both of these teams have such deep benches, and that chess match and the fourth matchup of the season will be fun to watch as this one unfolds. We talked to Coach Bird Coon, and she said, I know we got the victory Saturday night, but it doesn't mean much for this one here today. It can be a completely different feel based on the personnel and based on the way each set starts. As that one misses by a whisker, Shaven Landsman on the cut shot. And I do mean a whisker.
Wow. Jake, in real time, I thought that was in, but Bolt 6 never lies.
That's Brett 6, Brett Loftus. I'm Jake Herman. On behalf of all the men and women in our technical crew, we're glad you're with us here on this Tuesday evening, the start of a 3-match homestand for San Diego. Mojo 4-4 here at their dojo, Viejas Arena, on the campus of San Diego State University. They beat Omaha the last time they came here, and they did it after losing the first set. So they're hoping history repeats itself here today.
And well, set 2's a good sign, right? I mean, the way you start out here, Jake, this has been one of the best starts we've seen out of the Mojo in quite a while here.
They built a 5-1 advantage. Tom digs up Dixon. Willow Johnson rockets one off the left arm. And Bird Coon calls timeout. After losing set 1 by 6, the Mojo wins 6 of the first 7 here in the second.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
Couple of kills to start the second set for Willow Johnson, the Oregon Ducks great who spent 3 seasons playing at Athletes Unlimited, was signed with the Mojo, really seen by this locker room as one of their go-to options. So it was a big challenge to replace her, and this team was very open about that. But now that she's back, Brett, they're almost better for it.
Well, she's one of the many Oregon Ducks on the squad, and I think the camaraderie that is already built, right, coming from a great college program like that, like you said, spent much of the offseason, or the preseason, I should say, training here with this team. There's so much chemistry here with these ladies already on the floor. It's somebody you needed here. I don't think they could have added her back to the roster at a better time.
The fearless Paige Briggs went up and blocked Willow Johnson there, and side outs for the Supernovas. We'll see how much of an impact she can have down the stretch for San Diego, with 8 more matches still in front of them. After tonight, only 3 more here at home, and the Supernovas with a couple of stuff blocks out of the timeout.
Well, you look at how the year started, right, schedule-wise. It was kind of front-heavy for some teams. Well, for the Mojo, it's very back-heavy. So your team that's in a playoff spot right now, how do you capitalize on those final games?
Well, the Mojo at home tonight, but it looks like some Supernovas fans have made the trip behind the service spot, cheering on Tori Dixon and company. As Briggs gets blocked, Willow gets the revenge.
Well, the Supernova fans are going to like that, but the other 95% of people here in the gym are, again, wearing the Hawaiian shirts tonight. Boom.
The stuff block for number 4 raises the lead to 4. And the lefty serve floats towards Kendall White. Vuchkova, solo stuff by Stone. The team leader in blocks gets number 34.
Going up, one-on-one. Not today. Miss Veronica sent it right back where it came from.
It was Omaha dominating the net in the matchup last Saturday, but so far tonight, the Mojo out-blocking the Supernovas 7-4. Part of the reason they built a 5-point lead in set number 2. Now the 5th-year pro back to serve. Dug up by Thomas Ilara. Oh, what a beautiful set by Tomcom. And Vander Weide cashes
in. Early in the second set, I'm speechless, Jim. Sorry, Tomcom. Wow.
Those are the type of plays that it feels like only she can make. A 16-year pro, 38-year-old from Thailand. And an ace. That is rare that the Supernovas give one of those up. Matter of fact, they were not aced at all in 5 sets on Saturday. Willow Johnson just changed that with a lethal float.
Miscommunication there between White and De La Cruz. Didn't know which one was going to go for it. Late commitment there by White and ends up finding a floor. Wonderful service there by Willow.
So Johnson had the block to side out and now has scored the last 4 on serve. Taken over here early in the second set as Venegas just a millisecond late.
Yeah, that's when you usually question, wondering if it's a pancake. Shara got up and didn't really express anything to the sideline, so wonderful point there by the Supernovas to get that side out.
Well, that in and of itself is rare. Shara Venegas, a huge personality, very expressive out there on the floor as Vuchkova eats up the overpass, 10-5.
Erstina usually doesn't get blocked that much, right? I know we're always talking about her defense. Go back a few plays ago where she got stuffed by Ronica. She's going to be playing with a vengeance here, I think, Jake, through the remainder of set number 2 and probably the remainder of the match.
She has been a Mojo nightmare. 6 blocks in each of the last 2 matches against San Diego. She was just in some kind of zone on Saturday, hitting .474 with 10 kills to go with those 6 blocks. A difference maker in every sense. Here's Stone. Dug up that time by Betty De La Cruz. Briggs slowed down by Tomcom with a block touch. And Vander Weide just long. 3 straight for Omaha.
What about that setter play, man? I mean, Hilly and then Nutsara. Those are some great, great sets there. I know it ended up being an attack error, but that was a wonderful point there.
61 assists for Sydney Hilly, an Omaha record on Saturday night. Both Hilly and Tomcom, recent winners of the Pro Volleyball Federation's Player of the Week honor. Another setter received it this week as Thomas Ilara gets a little fortune with the net cord. That other Player of the Week, Marley Monserrat from Atlanta. So that makes 3 of the last 4 Players of the Week setters.
Man, and Marley, she had quite the week this past week. Again, I know that's somebody that, I mean, she was in a position battle, Jake, with Tori Stringer, Tori now in Columbus. Marley been a big reason because of Atlanta's success. Again, she's going to be somebody that I can't wait to watch in Omaha in a couple weeks.
Speaking of setter play, how about Hilly? Her 2nd kill of the match.
Yeah, she's sneaky, man. Talking about Marley as well to continue that. She's somebody that has that setter dump. Again, she has it down pat. Sydney Hilly very much so the same way. You have to watch out for her in the attack.
That was her 23rd successful setter dump this season. As the service error gives the point back to San Diego. They've been much better on serve to start this match, and that was a big point of emphasis, I'm sure, for Taiba Hanif Park's team. Double-digit service errors in 3 straight matches. That was uncharacteristic by them on the road. Much tighter at the service line tonight. It's making a difference here in this match.
Defense has been making a big difference, Jake. I think the consistency there since about halfway through set number 1, we've really seen it here. It's up front. The blockers up front here for San Diego have been wonderful.
Vuchkova beats the blockers there, 13-8.
That one's on me, guys. I should have knocked on wood a little bit before I said that. The old broadcaster's jinx.
Everybody gets one. That's your free pass. For the match, though, we're only in set 2. Keep that in mind. Vanderweide, a perfect pass, and Thomas Silara tools the double block.
Finding hands right now, Jake. That's been the name of the game here for the Mojo. Look at this. Timmy, right off of Tori Dixon. Wonderful decision.
Nearly 4 kills per set for Temi. She takes big swings, big chances, and gets big results at the left pin. No Kendra Dahlke out there here in set number 2 for San Diego. They're sticking with Willow Johnson, who has made such a big impact with that 4-point run on serve. That's pretty much the separator right now at 14-9. Vanderweide, who didn't start this match, continuing to pass it well. As De La Cruz beats Bastianelli.
To be fair, Jake, to your point about Kendra, she only had 1 kill in set 1. She really didn't have that many opportunities either, though. I think it's one of those situations. It's not that Kendra was playing bad. It's that Willow has been playing really, really good since she just came in the match. Got to go with the hot hand. I know we always say that, but that's something really important here for the Mojo.
What a recovery from Omaha, and a great second ball from Kendall White.
You ain't lying, Jay. That was absolutely disgusting. And then Betty just continuing to do her thing and be a Mojo killer.
You see the energy that Kendall White brings before, during, after every point. That's her role back in this starting lineup for Omaha. And she and the Supernovas forced a timeout from the Mojo. They're on an 8-4 run, and they've cut the deficit back down to 2 here in set number 2.
Omaha, Nebraska. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Omaha battling back in set number 2. This is the final meeting of the season between the Supernovas and the Mojo. What a series it has been. And the home team has won all 3 matches. Omaha can win the season series with a victory here at Viejas Arena tonight. Free ball and a chance to cut it to 1. Shaven Landsman went for the tip shot. And Johnson with a great cross-court switch-up.
That is excellent court vision right there from Johnson. You get the entire team to shift over, one piece of hardwood empty, and that's where Willow Johnson went.
She's been excelling in the Korean V-League for the last 3 months, where her team, the Pink Spiders, finished as runners-up. Still getting used to a new ball, a new setter, some new teammates, but she said something else, a new attitude, a new grit that's present in this Mojo team since she left. They were not a finished product yet, when she was last with the team in January. Well, in January, Lindsay Vanderweide was actually training with Omaha, and she came over in that trade.
Did you say Pink Spiders?
That's right.
That's the mascot name, the Pink Spider.
That's right.
Have you ever seen a pink spider?
If I did, I would never forget it.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Lindsay Vanderweide, I think that's just funny how things work, right? Willow training in the preseason with San Diego, misses the first half of the year with them playing another league. Lindsay coming over here right before the season starts again, and both just having such a vital impact here tonight.
What a dig by Nutsara Tomcom. But Tori Dixon comes back and thumps it into the seam.
You hate to say that was a defensive effort wasted. It really wasn't.
Some would say there's no such thing.
Yeah, everybody ended up going for it. Obviously hated for the Mojo to lose that point. Tori Dixon been on point over the past couple of points.
There you saw Tomcom rolling right off the floor and right into your living room. Right back with a quick tempo set. Bastianelli. She'll head back to serve. Everything's been going well for Allie as of late. The all-time blocking leader in Illinois, played in France and Puerto Rico. Even spent a season assistant coaching at the University of Michigan, her home state. Such a dynamic blocker. And she likes this matchup. She said she played against Sydney Hilly a lot in college and in Athletes Unlimited. She's been drawing on that experience a little bit as Briggs terminates from the left pin. Well, you see with Bastianelli in the back row, it's a lot easier at times for Omaha.
I'm Coach Bird Coon. I'm telling you, give it to Paige Briggs. Get out of the way right now. She's been wonderful.
Again, the Supernova leader in kills is Brooke Nunaviller. We haven't seen her yet in this match tonight. In her place, Paige Briggs. 5 kills on 17 swings to go at 7 digs and a couple of stuff blocks. Johnson back on serve. She has the lone ace for San Diego tonight. Venegas, outstanding dig. Shaban Lanceman. Overhand dig, Thomas Ilara. Hilly picks out Jess again. Slowed down by Stone. Back row, Temi up the pipe.
Jake, look down at your left wrist. Check your watch. It's tea time.
Boy, late in sets, when this rookie can take over, the Mojo become a very different team. 4 seasons at Northwestern, her senior year at Wisconsin helped lead them to the Final Four, hitting .232 this season. So much improved from where she was at this time, even just a year ago. Vuchkova with an important answer to side out.
Here's the thing, Jake. You're up by 4. But it's still not too late in the set here where the Novas could go on a run, and I mean a big one. You have to get a side out here. If not this point, the next one. You cannot let this run continue for the Supernovas.
Set or dump, read by Vuchkova. Johnson sent back again by Herstina. Vanderweide got the touch, although Vuchkova says otherwise. No challenge turned in yet.
That was close. Obviously no challenge though, Jake. Interesting.
Now the Mojo had Omaha in this spot during set 1 on Saturday. They even led 23-19 in that set. The Supernovas reeled off 6 straight. They're down 6 here. And calling timeout, the Mojo have rebuilt their 6-point lead, trying to tie this match in set number 2.
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party. You weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, like, okay, I need to like not be myself to make these girls like me.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that.
What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal.
This is a place where empowerment truly starts from within, and that's a beauty that lasts for a long time.
Join Girl Talk, you won't regret it.
Viejas Arena getting behind San Diego here in set number 2. Mojo will play at home tonight, Friday, and Monday. 3 pivotal matches in terms of the pro volleyball playoff picture. And a pivotal point for Omaha just to stay in contact. 21-16.
Wow. And that's what you call power. Jess Shaven lands it from that right pin all night. Right side in general, even if it's been from the 10-foot line, she's been swinging pretty aggressively.
She leads the Supernovas with 7 kills. Willow Johnson took something off, but it was kept alive by De La Cruz. Temi tools the block, point San Diego.
Now this is a point early on in the year, Jake, where you still weren't sure for the Mojo. They blew some set leads very, very late. And again, this is where the tides have really turned from them and where they've started to become a playoff team. Can that trend continue?
Hey, you saw some nerves of steel from San Diego on the road as an ace, the second of the match, 11th of the year. That leads the team Veronica Stone. But you're right, Brett, this team saved match points to win at Orlando, gutted out a 5-setter in front of a packed house in Columbus. Three and 3 in 5-set matches this season. Temi elevates, can't get it down. What a swing by De La Cruz. Perfect delivery from Hilly.
On the same token, you got to give credit to the team on the other side over there. The Supernovas have been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful late in sets, and it all starts with Betty De La Cruz. Again, we talked about how good she's been in this building and just how good she's been in general, right? She's Betty De La Cruz. Now look who's on the floor.
That's right, Brooke Nuneviller, the Oregon star, into serve, and that run ends quickly. Willow Johnson gives San Diego a look at 7 set points. Tomcom, who began this match with a service error, can tie it up with a good serve here. Temi. Well, 1 set apiece as this series between San Diego and Omaha just keeps on delivering. Another good one unfolding here at Viejas Arena. We'll step aside and come back with some stats in a tied match, 1 set apiece.
Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to like wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party. You weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, like, okay, I need to like not be myself to make these girls like me.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that.
What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal.
This is a place where empowerment truly starts from within, and that's a beauty that lasts for a long time.
Join Girl Talk, you won't regret it.
An experienced international setter. Tom Kahn is so good in defense and also in transition. Beautiful play to the outside. 5'5" out of Thailand. Her 16 years of professional.
Always pushes the pace. I love her choices too, offensively.
Jim, I think that's the biggest strength the Mojo has is their home court advantage. That's obviously proven to be true again here tonight.
2 aces for San Diego, and those come against an Omaha team that held San Diego aceless on Saturday. Omaha has been the toughest team in serve-receive all season long. What have you liked about the Mojo's approach from the service line?
They've been aggressive. I think we looked at each other after the first point tonight where Nutsar served it into the net. We were like, that's odd. But it was a good sign, even though you lost the point, even though you had a service here, you're probably thinking, Brett, it was good. Yes, because you're seeing more aggressiveness at the service line, and obviously, Jake, that translates to more aces. I think you're going to have ups and downs, but if you can be consistently aggressive, notice I said consistently aggressive at the service line, that is really going to help improve your chances.
And even before the last matchup, Coach Hanif Park said we have to try to put pressure on Omaha. We know it's hard to ace them, but you have to put pressure on them, make them move around. So far, San Diego has done that. The aces coming from Ronica Stone and Willow Johnson. The kill leader in this match for both teams is Temi Thomas-Sailara, 9 kills. She's played outstanding defense as well with 11 digs in this match. Omaha being paced by 7 kills from both Jess Shaman-Landsman and Bethania De La Cruz. We'll see who steps up in sets 3 and 4. Who knows? Maybe another 5th set in store later tonight. We hope you stick with us here on the Pro Volleyball Federation YouTube page.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today. Pro Volleyball Federation, where every action carries the weight of passion and pride. There's a select group that rises above the rest. 23 athletes of the Pro Volleyball Federation are past or current members of the USA Women's National Volleyball Team, each a testament to dedication, skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Pro Volleyball Federation, building champions and making dreams a reality.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
What an absolutely beautiful spring evening in the Midwest as we welcome you live to Grand Rapids. This is Pro Volleyball Federation. And on the left side, Jose with a set point swing.
Tom to Temi, and she wins it for San Diego.
Pass by Sponsel. And Cash Brown, absolutely spectacular.
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to like wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party. You weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, like, okay, I need to like not be myself to make these girls like me.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that.
What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal.
This is a place where empowerment truly starts from within, and that's a beauty that lasts for a long time.
Join Girl Talk, you won't regret it.
Set number 3 underway with a kill. A right side swing for Willow Johnson as a lefty. It's so easy for her to wind up from there.
Absolutely, Jake. Just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful play coming right out of the break.
It's all tied up at 1 set apiece. Second ball to Venegas. Why not? Back to Willow, who took something off. It's not just the fastballs, it's the changeups.
I see what you did there, Jake. It absolutely is. Another great shot. Getting it over the block, finding the hardwood.
Again, Willow Johnson, the daughter of Hall of Fame lefty Randy Johnson, throwing in a little lefty tip shot there. She used to watch his highlights, Brett, growing up and try to emulate, not necessarily the baseball side of things, but just the aura that he would pitch with. The intimidation factor, using his height as really an imposing figure out there. Willow at 6'3", grew up in Paradise Valley, Arizona, near where her dad played.
Yeah, I try to use that with you, my intimidation factor, trying to emulate Randy Johnson. And, you know, I got to give you credit. It doesn't work.
I'm unflappable. Oh, Kendall White thought she got that one up. Bird Coon used a challenge early in set 2, was unsuccessful in doing it. I don't think she's going to use one here. Point Mojo.
Let's see what we got here. She popped up quickly. I don't know. We've seen some calls late in the sets, right? I think that there was one late there in set number 2 that Bird Coon thought about using her challenge on. Perhaps wanted to preserve that last challenge for more important play. It did not come. I think maybe Bird is thinking, hey, I got to use my 2 challenges wisely here. Maybe she saw something to clearly reveal, hey, it did touch the floor.
Well, Taiba Hanif Park has to love this. A great response to start set 3. And that ace for Temi Thomas Ilara is her 8th of the season. She's 2nd on the team. Take something off of that one. De La Cruz, tight set for Hilly. Dug up by Shara Venegas. And what a dig it was. Free ball chance. And Briggs with a back row attack fault. She's on the attack line there, according to our up referee.
Back-to-back great starts in set 2 and set 3 here for the Mojo. Like you said, Jay, Taiba has to be on top of the moon right now. My apologies.
Yeah, you can wear that one.
You said I got one of them. Well, that's 2. I'm sorry.
We'll see if the Mojo can make amends as De La Cruz, the league's leader in aces, steps back to the line. 25 of them this season. Perfect pass there by Temi. Vander Wyda helps the block sail wide.
Lindsay, seeing exactly, I think, what we're all seeing. Vuchkova starting off this set on the sideline. Got to attack the middle here. Again, Tori Dixon, a prolific blocker, but without Vuchkova on the floor, I don't want to say there was a weakness, but there's definitely somewhere where San Diego can attack.
Such a dynamic duo at middle blocker for San Diego as Dixon has that one dug up. How about Temi's defense in this match tonight? 14 digs already for the rookie. Her season high is 17, and it came against Omaha last time. And what a difference it makes.
Yeah, Jake, I was sitting here waiting. I figured Bird Coon would burn a timeout. Mojo been able to come out of these set breaks, Jake, and especially coming out of a long halftime, they're just not missing a beat.
Raced out in front 10-4 to start set 2. In danger of falling behind by 6 again are the Novas. Briggs. Missed the high hands. It's all Mojo. Looked like a savvy play out there at the right pin, just pulling the hands down, not giving Briggs a target.
Awareness.
That time the hands stayed high. Willow Johnson slowed it down, takes a swing. And Hilly was there down to an E. Tom Com. Back to Willow. Great up by Shaban Landsman. In transition, Stone ignites. And now Bird Coon has no choice but to burn the timeout. San Diego has flipped a switch since the start of set number 2. And they lead 9-2 to start set number 3.
Tom out of Thailand, a very, very gifted and experienced international setter. Tom is so good in defense and also in transition. Beautiful play to the outside. 5'5" out of Thailand, her 16 years of professional.
Always pushes the pace. I love her choices too, offensively.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
As we get closer and closer to that match for $1 million, May 15th, the semifinal round at the CHI Health Center in Omaha. Supernovas 2 wins away from clinching their spot. Of course, they might not need to win 2 more, depending on what happens behind them in the standings. For the Mojo, every game pivotal. They're at 7-9, 4th place, right above that cutoff line. Orlando 7-12, they're 5th. Columbus 6-11 in 6th. Vegas 6-13 in 7th. They'll need almost every game from here on out, and they'll be here in San Diego Friday night. Back to Briggs out of the break, and it's 9-3. Plenty of time for Omaha to recover here in set number 3. Again, searching for consistency. Coach Kuhn hoping they can put together back-to-back good matches. They've alternated wins and losses over their last 5. Still 12-6 though on the season, 2nd place in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Shaban Landsman, 2nd swing, was kept up by Tomcom, and again Newt Sara there to cover. Great pass by Dixon. Oh, miscommunication, and all the defense pays off. 2 dazzling digs from Tomcom.
What did we say in the second set earlier, Jake? Seemed like a defensive effort wasted. That is a defensive effort that solely won the point right there. Newt Sara, Tomcom. We say it every match. How special is she, man? How special is she?
We asked Coach Anif Park a couple of weeks ago, what do we not know already about Newt Sara? And she said, well, it's the fact that her defense just doesn't get enough credit. More on that in just a moment. Because her defense has been incredible at times for San Diego this season. Great up there by Willow Johnson. Her Oregon teammate Vander Weide rolls it through. Shaban Landsman kept up by Temi. And the Mojo are everywhere right now. Fuchkova kept alive Shara Venegas. Pushed out to Vander Weide for the kill.
The Supernovas, Jake, have to feel like they're playing 8-on-6 right now, because every single piece of the hardwood is being covered by this Mojo defense. And then when you got Lindsay V-Dubs out there doing that, watch out.
Maybe a little tired after that lung-busting rally, but she was able to terminate all the same. 10 kills now for Lindsay Vander Weide. Definitely a bounce-back performance for her here tonight. Shaban Landsman out of the middle. Sort of dumped over on 2 by Vander Weide. Briggs. Temi kept it alive. And Willow Johnson barreling into Brandon Directo down there, the assistant coach on the bench. We talked about Tomcom's defense a moment ago. Brett, she averages nearly 18 digs in San Diego's 7 wins. And speaking of setters, Omaha makes a switch with Natalia Valentin Anderson into the match. She's played plenty this season, over 200 assists. And she'll enter the match in a dub sub with the new addition Stephanie Samity on the floor as well. And instant dividends. Samity signed to fill the role of injured Nia Reed as an opposite. pro career has taken her to Italy and Turkey, two of the finest leagues around the world. This after she was a 5-time All-American at Minnesota. And the Samity swing sparks the Supernovas. The fourth-year pro who hails from Florida.
Uh-oh. Miss Stephanie has entered into the match, and, well, watch out.
Well, personality-wise, Coach Kuhn had no worries about the way she would fit in. Said she's very cerebral, a lot like Sydney Hilly in that sense. And Hilly said as much after the match on Saturday. Her first practice with the Supernovas was actually just yesterday. And now they're looking for a spark, searching for answers to this San Diego onslaught.
Veronica Stone has been a staple of consistency here tonight, Jake. Every time they've went to her, she has, more times than not, put it down.
They'll go to Temi, and she puts it down.
Temi from that left side tonight, Jake. Again, she's had a couple of amazing shots, and she's had a variety here tonight, whether it's been the cut shot, whether she's wound up right there, just able to find the hands of Briggs.
Look at the tempo on that set. You saw Vučkova lunging over there fast, but the set was low and quick, and that's something that's come along for Temi. Working with Tom and her tempo, the faster pace, as Valentine Anderson set out to Briggs, gets blocked. Guess who?
T-top here in San Diego. Look at this, one-on-one. Not today.
Absolutely turned back. Valentine Anderson set Samity, and Shara Venegas was there. Temi thumps it right into the block, and Vučkova scores there.
That's what Omaha was missing the first few points of this set, Jake. That really set them behind. Since Vučkova's been back out there, now you see Betty back out on the floor, Brooke Nuneviller back out there. This is all bringing some energy from the sideline that has been kind of missed here in the first part of this match.
Nuneviller serving her former beach partner, Lindsay Vander Weyden. Temi kept alive by Nuneviller. De La Cruz. Oh, Vander Weyden was there, just couldn't dig it.
Jake, what do you make the drum in the middle of the point? By my unofficial count, we've heard the drum go off, I think, 5 times in the middle of the point. San Diego has lost 3 of those.
Interesting. Sabermetrics in play?
Saber analytics? I don't know. It's interesting.
Part of the Hawaiian theme here tonight in San Diego. Trying to get San Diego back on beat. Low set, swatted over by Vučkova, and then kept up by Kendall White. Johnson. Oh my. That is some serious striking.
That's some positive drumming right there after that last point. Able to find the hands of Vučkova. That's probably the best shot we've seen from Willow all night.
Just looks more comfortable tonight, doesn't she, than that match on Saturday. 6 kills, 18 swings in this one for Willow. Samity, well, she scored on 2 of her first 3 swings as a Supernova.
I mean, when you bring a player like Samity on your team, Jake, you said her first practice was yesterday with the Supernovas. You bring that kind of talent in to the team that you already have. I mean, Bird Kuhn is just so blessed with this squad she has. Stephanie Samity, though, she's going to be somebody that's going to play a big contribution.
She went back-to-back as the Big Ten Player of the Year the final 2 seasons at Minnesota. Bringing some serious firepower at the right pin. Speaking of which, Temi Thomas Ilara. She has scored on her last 4 swings.
We keep talking about Willow Johnson's offense. Look at that, able to get a fist to it. And then Vander Weyden from all the way in LA, able able to get to that one.
Out of system assist. And you can see what it meant. Mojo still up by 7. Keeping the Supernovas at arm's length in set 3. And there's the jinx.
Well, I mean, again, the way Timmy had been swinging it with such a powerful swing, Jake, she had to take something off to try to throw off that block right there. Just didn't quite get the touch she wanted. Good intimidation, if nothing else, there from Omaha.
So here's the Samity serve. She's from Clermont, Florida. And it trickles down for an ace.
Well, what does every coach in the league tell us, Jake? We're aiming for the tape every time. Doesn't mean we're going to hit it. Doesn't mean it's going to get over. That's what you're going for.
Only the second ace in this match for Omaha. They average over 4 a match. Best in the league. Great pass there by Samity. Out to De La Cruz, and it's kept up by Vanderweide, who had to get out of the way there. Stop, drop, and roll. Speaking of rolls, that's a roll shot kill for Betty De La Cruz.
Well, Sydney Hilly's one of the best setters in the league, right? But when you can go to Natalia Valentin Anderson as a backup, that is such a luxury, Jake. A great, great set from her.
Did not play on Saturday, Valentina Anderson, but had 57 assists as recently as last week. Home win over Columbus, an exciting 4-setter. And that'll break the serve of Samity and extend the Mojo lead back out to 5. Just pushed into the block. Kill number 12.
Yeah, hitting it about 23% right now. Timmy Thomas Ilara just continues to improve throughout the match.
Tight set there, but a beauty up to De La Cruz. Vanderweide whips that one too far long. And Omaha continues to scratch and claw here in set 3, a set in which they trailed by as many as 7.
Again, we talked about it in a microcosm. This is the microcosm of how resilient this team has been all year.
Came back from down 5 in 2 separate sets against San Diego Saturday night. 5-set victory for the Supernovas. Another dig for Temi Thomas Ilara. Look at the ground Tom-Com covered to get under that one.
Lutzara been special tonight, but also Miss Charlotte Vegas. How about her? Not only she's been flying around all night, not only she's been flying around all year, that last point, Jake, that was some amazing defense.
She's got 13 digs, coming off a 17-dig, 5-assist performance on Saturday. Stone walling up at the net, and the Mojo have the momentum back.
Veronica had to be happy about that one. She's been on tonight. And the best friend duo up front able to get that point.
Her second stuff block to go with 5 kills. Tom-Com gets there with a one-arm stack. Nunaviller elevates for the kill.
Well, Brooke just able to find the seam, man, and again, she had 1 serve in the first 2 sets and now played the majority here in set 3. Supernovas really need her.
The second-year pro out of Oregon. Back in the rotation in place of Paige Briggs, who started this match. Samity can't push it through. Vanderweide hanging in the air. Some Hawaiian hang time here in San Diego.
Yeah, and the Oregon Duck fans at home, I bet they're having a joy right now. You're watching Vanderweide, watching Ronica, watching Brooke on the other side. This has been wonderful.
And watching Willow, who's back at the service line. Now, despite their best efforts, that will go down as 4 touches on San Diego.
Well, we saw a horn go off here, Jake. Somebody got on the iPad here early and Nutsara questioned what happened.
And there was no floor touch call. It's just whether or not there were 3 or 4 contacts. I'll tell you, it looked like 4 to me in real time.
Yeah, it did. I think they got it right. Obviously, the San Diego faithful, nor the Mojo going to be happy about it, but it appeared to be the correct call.
Coach Anif Park, the three-time Olympian, wondering if there's anything she and her staff can challenge about that last play. The legend of Long Beach State. We talked about all the Oregon Ducks on the floor for San Diego. She was an assistant there from 2022 to 23. That's where a lot of those connections were made, and a lot of San Diego's recruiting through those relationships. Beautiful back set from Valentine Anderson. And that's De La Cruz with the back row kill.
Betty has really been attacking a lot tonight at the pins. Well, whenever you can get her from that 10-foot line and get her going, watch out.
She's hitting .359 in the first three matchups with the Mojo. If you carried those stats out to the full season, she'd have nearly 5 kills per set. That's absurd. Nunaviller changes the pace on Willow Johnson, and the momentum is shifting. Omaha hanging around in set number 3, and San Diego burns a timeout. We'll step aside for a moment. Don't go anywhere. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation on YouTube.
Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher.
What an absolutely beautiful spring evening in the Midwest as we welcome you live to Grand Rapids. This is Pro Volleyball Federation. And on the left side, Jose with a set point swing.
Tom to Temi, and she wins it for San Diego.
Pass by Sponsel. And Kaz Brown, absolutely spectacular.
Brett, we talked about the scrappy performance of the Supernovas on Saturday, a point of pride, extending rallies, taking advantage of second and third chances. That's how they've clawed their way back into this third set tonight. A chance to get even closer. Samity splits a seam. Now then, 2018.
Stephanie Samity, she's put some kind of show on. I mean, she just hit that one into the second row, Jake. They brought her on the floor, and she has been the spark plug that the Supernovas needed, obviously along with Valentina Anderson from the service line, who's been a serving specialist all year for Omaha.
Got 3 aces already this year. Thomas Ilara picks out a target right in front of Kendall White.
Well, Timmy's got all the momentum right now for the Mojo, so if you want to ride the right arm of somebody right now, give it to one now.
For the rookie, it is a 5-kill set, 13 in total. Mistake there, Valentine Anderson.
Not sure what happened there, Jake. I don't know if that was she just got that on the wrong part of her hand or what happened. Interesting point.
Taiba will take it. Her team back up by 4. Vanderweide serving right above that line. Samity, look at that elevation. Thomas Ilara, dug up by De La Cruz. Samity, did she get a touch? Yes, point Supernovas. And no challenge coming from San Diego.
Yeah, that's what I was going to wonder, Jake, if we were going to see a challenge from Taiba Hanif Park, but obviously not. Samity, though, been on fire.
6 kills on 11 swings to go with an ace and a block. She came on with the Supernovas trailing 14-7 in this set. It might not be enough to get them back into it, but it certainly made things interesting. Stone and her 11 aces. She broke a 4-match drought in that ace column earlier tonight. Tremendous up by Vander Weide. Temi poked back by Vuchkova. Back to her. And that one clanged off the antenna, 23-20.
Well, now is here where you need the most important side out to this point of the match thus far if you're San Diego. And may be able to ice the server a little bit here in Vuchkova, cleaning up the floor.
Christina, not as efficient as she was Saturday, but still making an impact here tonight. She's got 3 stuff blocks to go with 6 kills. Great pass by Venegas. Here's Willow Johnson, sent back by Tori Dixon. Temi, too good for the double block.
Late in the set, Jake. T-time. Look at this set. Shara Venegas. Temi. She doesn't play like a rookie, I tell you what. Calm, cool, and collected in the big moments.
So set your watch for set point at Nutsara Tomcom. There's one saved by Samity.
Hey, side out offense has been really, really good tonight from San Diego. No need to worry here, but you do have Samity going back to the service line. If you're Omaha, got to feel good here.
What a dazzling debut it has been for the former Minnesota star. Can she serve the Supernovas back into this set? Halfway there.
And again, there's not a whole lot of film on her, right? Because she hadn't played in the Pro Volleyball Federation this year. So you saw everybody a little out of sync there with her first service. So again, this could be Omaha's best edition right now.
Just wrapped up her season in Turkey. One of 2 countries she's played abroad, but that service error wraps up set number 3. Well, the Mojo raced out in front and then limped over the finish line, but Temi Thomas-Ailara helps San Diego surge in front 2-1 over the Omaha Supernovas here tonight.
Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today. Pro Volleyball Federation, where every action carries the weight of passion and pride. There's a select group that rises above the rest. 23 athletes of the Pro Volleyball Federation are past or current members of the USA Women's National Volleyball Team, each a testament to dedication, skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Pro Volleyball Federation, building champions and making dreams a reality.
What an absolutely beautiful spring evening in the Midwest as we welcome you live to Grand Rapids. This is Pro Volleyball Federation. And on the left side, Jose with a set point swing.
Tom to Temi, and she wins it for San Diego.
Reed. Pass by Sponsel. And Cash Brown. Absolutely spectacular.
Well, aloha, and welcome back to Hawaiian Night here at Viejas Arena. Wherever you're watching from, we hope you've enjoyed this one so far as San Diego tries to even up the season series.
Hello, Saiwani, to all our Thai fans out there. I hope that's how we say it correctly. You know, we heard some audio, and I know we have a large Thai following for all of our San Diego matches. And why not? Nutsara Tomcom, she has been the catalyst all season long and has been the biggest reason here tonight, among others, that the Mojo are up 2 sets to 1.
31 assists, 11 digs. We talked about Taiba Hanif Park and her praise for Nutsara Tomcom's defense. What she lacks in height at the net, she makes up for in heart in the back row. Shara Venegas has plenty of that to go around as well. 14 digs and 3 assists in this match for the Olympian from Puerto Rico. Thomas Ailara blocked by Sophie Davis, the rookie out of James Madison, who came in late Saturday. She'll start set 4 for the Supernovas.
Absolutely. Again, a really good adjustment there to start set number 4 for Coach Bird Kuhn.
Valentine Anderson, who came in to set in the middle of that third stanza, helped narrow the Mojo lead. They were up by as many as 7 as that one sails wide. 2-0 Supernovas. Omaha would cut it to 2 before the service error from Stephanie Samity, who is absolutely stunning in her debut. 7 kills for the Minnesota great in that third set. She'll stay on the floor.
Really, really important, I think, for the Mojo to get off to another good start here, Jake. Again, we saw sets 2 and 3. Obviously, we saw how they ended, right? I think the Mojo have to get off to another hot start here. And again, you have to find some way to stop her.
Shara Venegas doing her part. Vander Weide kept up by Nuneviller. Oh, what a great get by Kendall White. The second ball sails wide from De La Cruz.
We talked about the luxury with this Supernova team, having Valentine Anderson out there on the floor. She's made some really, really good plays. You have to wonder here, right? If things start to go south again, will we see Sydney Healy back on the floor here, back in at setter? We know they have used them in and out all season long.
There's one of those dazzling digs from Tomcom. Free ball back over. De La Cruz to a yawning Campfire.
And you know, Betty, she had a very quiet set number 3 there, Jake. In large part, did she spend some time on the sideline, but again, a very quiet set number 3 for her. They got to find a way to get her back involved.
And we mentioned all the success she's had against San Diego tonight. A little quiet by her standards. The 2-time, soon to be 3-time Olympian with the Dominican Republic. Samity hatchets one towards Venegas and earns a better ball back. Here she is, De La Cruz, dialed in from the back row.
One thing about Betty, when she gets going, it's going to be steady. Bam, right down the seam.
Only 11 for 31 in this game today, but 3 for 3 to start set 4. And that brings KD3, Kendra Dalkey, back off the bench for Coach Taiba Hanif Park. She'll spell Temi Thomas Ailara here for this rotation, and maybe more. Venegas to Tomcom. Beautiful transition volleyball. Vander Weide with the last touch.
I think that's something you got to love to see here. See Kendra come back on the floor. Out there with Lindsay Vanderweide as well. This could be a rotation that could be lethal here for San Diego.
We didn't see Dalkey in set number 2. Started this match for San Diego, but they started slow and made some switches. That one dots the back line. A beautiful ball from Brooke Nuneviller. I think this one caught only a sliver.
Yeah, we saw one you said by a whisker earlier. A sliver will, I guess, have to do here, Jake. That was very, very close on the back line.
Willow Johnson finds a line herself.
And Willow, I mean, she's had a lot of powerful swings here tonight. Look at that one. Dot right on the outer half of the strike. Oh, excuse me, I mean the floor.
Serve a little low. And Omaha races back out in front 6-4. They haven't led early in the last 2 sets.
Well, Jake, again, we continue to talk about her, but why not? Samity, since she came in the ball game, is really giving the Supernovas the upper hand. This is really how set number 3 ended, back and forth.
And a double called there on Samity. Now, you don't see many of those called in the league, and that's what draws the reaction from Omaha.
Well, again, it's been a very debated rule, right, in recent years in the volleyball world. You've seen some changes at other levels with that double call, but again, when it happens, the officials are going to call it.
Valentine Anderson, eyes in the back of her head. That's what 13 years of professional experience can get you.
Absolutely, Jake. Again, very good move, very well-timed move by Bird Coon. And tell you what, that last play, one of my favorite in volleyball.
The 14th setter kill for Natalia Valentine Anderson. Perhaps her most important one this year was a match-winning kill against Atlanta. A win that could prove vital for Omaha later on down the line. Dropped one to Atlanta last week, the Vibe winning that season series. And moving into first place, they are 17-5, Omaha 12-6. It's going to be tough to catch the Vibe for that number 1 seat. 2 wins can punch the Supernovas ticket into the Pro Volleyball Federation playoffs. If they get to 14 wins, then neither Orlando, Columbus, nor Vegas could catch them. But of course, this team with bigger goals in mind, looking in the mirror after every match, challenging themselves to get to the level of consistency they need. Dalkey booms one off the block. Samity sent back by Stone. De La Cruz tipping, and Willow Johnson there to the rescue. Vanderweide's turn for a perfect pass, and Dalkey delivers. Or not, it hit the antenna first.
Wow.
Spoke too soon.
We've seen that happen a couple times tonight. Jake saw it happen to Timmy there in set number 3, and yep, clear as day, it just hit the antenna. Kendra Dalkey taking responsibility there. That's a shot she's going to want to come back to, though.
Such a difference maker and a force as of late for the Mojo, Dalkey. Very instrumental to their win at Orlando. They do go right back to her. Valentine Anderson picks out De La Cruz. A little bit of a shank pass there from Willow Johnson. It doesn't matter. Right back to that shot.
Oh, you'd love to see that. Showing some confidence there in KD3. Venegas, a great job to get to it. We talk about Nutsar and her setting ability, obviously one of the greatest of all time. Venegas is the libero and the second option to set. She's been really, really vital in that category tonight.
Second straight match, she's got 5 assists. That one last touched Willow Johnson. A little bit of an excuse me swing at the left pin from De La Cruz.
Well, to be fair, I think Betty didn't want to get a net violation, so she took a lot off of it. Willow kind of got caught in between there. Just an odd play, just a very, very odd play.
So Bird Coon pushing the right buttons. De La Cruz and Kendall White, the only two original starters from tonight, out there on the floor at the moment. Sophie Davis, Stephanie Samity, Brooke Nunaviller, who's been a starter for most of the season, all out there and helping the Supernovas find some momentum and find their footing. That is a dynamic duo on the block.
I don't know how you get past her. Look at this. That's Betty De La Cruz swinging. You're not going to get past Willa Johnson when she gets that much height.
Those two have squared off plenty of times in Athletes Unlimited over the past few years as Nunaviller with a back row attack sides out.
Most difference, or the biggest difference you can see out of Brooke when she's out there on the floor, the energy that she plays with, man. She is firing up her teammates after every single point. Even if the Novas lose it, right? I think the energy she plays with is contagious, and it has been since she's came back into the ballgame.
Just was so steady earlier in the year as they set her again, and she tips to Tomcom. Only 5 kills on 20 swings. Saturday, she was lifted after the third set. Tonight, she came on in the third set. And she's helping the Supernovas come right back into this, roaring ahead 12-8.
Right now, Jake, if you're the Mojo, you just have to ride it out to that 15. Supernovas are more than likely going to beat you there. If I'm at 15-10 going into that timeout right now, if I'm Taiba Neath Park, I'm going to be in a very happy place, though, because, again, just that back half of set 3, I know you won it. This first part of set 4 has been all Supernovas, and finding out a way to stop them is really plagued San Diego.
We'll see if De La Cruz can rack up an ace here. She had 1 Saturday night, only 2, though, in her last 7 matches. She can be mercurial from back there. Back over on 1, Valentine Anderson. Samity. Wow, packing a punch. Timeout San Diego as Samity and the Supernovas lead by 5. Might we be headed for another 5-setter between these two?
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party. You weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, okay, I need to not be myself to make these girls like me.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that.
What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal.
This is a place where empowerment truly starts from within, and that's a beauty that lasts for a long time.
Join Girl Talk, you won't regret it.
So many storylines in this match, but first and foremost, the debut of Stephanie Samity. As if Omaha didn't have enough weapons at the pins, they bring in the opposite out of Minnesota to replace the injured Nia Reed on IR with a knee injury that they're still trying to figure out the timetable for her recovery on. She has come into this match with 7 kills, 6 digs, an ace, and a stuff block. As you get the worm's eye view of a Brooke Nunaviller block.
That's probably a better view than being right directly under it, right? I mean, she, again, you just can't harp on Brooke enough, man. I know she's had her struggles just like anybody else this season, but she's still a top-tier volleyball player both in this league and in the world, and obviously the Supernovas want her on their squad.
Hitting 20% this season, but over her last 4 matches, hitting less than 10%. That just doesn't happen to a player of her caliber very often. As the serve trickles over, Tomcom hits the deck. Nunaviller starting to heat up in this match. Johnson right over Kendall White's head and down on the back line. Oh no, they're gonna say that one took a touch. And the Supernovas immediately disagree. Challenge turned in from the Omaha bench.
Yeah, obviously, we pretty much have the same view that the Supernova sideline has right here. And I think they saw that. And again, maybe Coach Kuhn didn't think that was a touch.
Bert Kuhn spent 5 years as the head coach at Texas A&M. She was the SEC Coach of the Year in 2019 after leading them to the Sweet 16. Shelton Collier started the season as the Supernovas head coach. Bert Kuhn was his first call as Bolt 6 confirms that there was no touch there, a successful challenge for the Supernovas. Shelton Collier promoted to a front office role, making Coach Bert Kuhn the interim head coach of this Supernovas team, and the adjustments she's made have really helped keep them in this match.
Absolutely. I think Coach Kuhn, she has been one of the best coaches all year because of her in-match adjustments. Because this team is a staple of resiliency, again, she has been the face of that.
Well, the Mojo need to fight back. You said at 15-10, if you get there, you're feeling okay. They spent a timeout, but they're still standing in this set.
Right, and the reason I say 15-10 is I know you're 12-8 at that point when we said that, but make it to 15-10 and you're like, okay, I can breathe a little bit, because now you just got to continue to inch forward again. And if you can just hobble into set 5 with some momentum here, you really feel like you're in a good place.
A run on Stone's serve might be a good place to start, although a free ball to fight off here. Samity right to the floor.
Jake, they don't have an answer for her. And again, when she hasn't played yet this season, obviously in the Pro Volleyball Federation, when you don't have any film on somebody like her, and when you're playing that kind of talent out there for Omaha, you're not going to be able to stop her. I mean, it's almost impossible.
One of those players who was a highly touted prospect who paid off and then some. Coming out of Florida, playing at Minnesota. Of course, a part of that Minnesota team that Willow Johnson and company upended a pretty famous upset of 15-2. Going against some old Oregon foes again tonight in her debut.
Well, I mean, we don't want to call it an upset by any means, but record-wise, it would be an upset if the Mojo could do that again here tonight.
And the Mojo were down in 6th place at the time as Johnson's serve trickles through to White. Nunaviller off the block touch of Bastianelli. Finds Vanderweiler. Brooke again. Just long, and Vuchkova appealing for the touch. Omaha was successful on their last challenge. They still have 2, and they'll use 1 here to see if Tomcom or Bastianelli touched it.
Well, I think it's going to be Tomcom. If a Mojo player did touch it, I think it is going to be Nutsara. It's going to be interesting to see what Bolt 6 shows here. Now, this is a very big point, Jake. I mean, it goes from making it a 4-point ball game to a 6-point ball game. And yeah, unfortunately for San Diego, Nutsara's middle finger got it.
22 cameras and 6 Supernovas spotted that one. They were all asking for the challenge right away. And quickly, the call is overturned, and the lead is back to 5. Make that 6. And now back to 5 at 17-12.
Jake, you knew the future there. They call me Brett 6. Well, I mean, at least you do. Gonna have to start calling you a wizard of some sort.
Brett Stradamus. Well, either way, the Mojo will take it. And Temi Thomas-Ilara, who likely came out of the match just to rest, is back in now. There's no reason performance-wise to take her out, but she was working for everything she got in set number 3. Leading all hitters in this match with 14 kills. She also has 16 digs, so the Supernovas are coming after her, doing everything they can to try to limit her impact. It hasn't necessarily slowed her down.
Right. I think it's a good point, Gene. She obviously didn't come off the floor for performance reasons. I mean, she's got to rest. As much as she was running, as great defense as she's been playing tonight, obviously we talked about her success she's had on the offensive end. Had to give her a seat for a moment.
Bastianelli just misses long, and now some of the service errors creeping into San Diego's game. They had 10 of them, including 3 in the 5th set Saturday night, and that really stuck in Taiba Hanif Park's craw, if you will. Bastianelli takes a seat next to Tap. And Paige Briggs comes back off the bench to serve for the Supernovas. She started this match, but not this set. Thomas Ilara staples it to the floor.
Again, it looks bleak here for the Mojo in set 4. You got to do what the Supernovas did though at the end of set 3 and the beginning of this set. You got to just get some momentum. If you win the set, great, but at least you take it into set 5 if you lose it here in set 4.
We saw the late run in set 3, fueled the Supernovas to a positive start in set 4, and Sophie Davis is on the board with her first kill of the night. She had 3 on the season coming in, including 1 on Saturday.
Something about these Floridians tonight, huh? You got Samity and then Davis providing most of the action here for the Supernovas.
Sophie started the season on the practice squad, worked hard to earn her opportunity, especially after the injury to Danielle Hart, a rookie out of Wisconsin, a national champion. Boy, several players on that national championship Wisconsin team are banged up at the moment, with Grace Loberg sidelined for San Diego. Samity, no touch there. And the Mojo are back to within 5. San Diego winners of 4 out of 6, including a 2-1 road trip where they won 2 5-setters. Still trying to keep this one from going the distance. Stone jousting with De La Cruz. Beautiful bump set to Willow Johnson. Another one of those plays that you just marvel at for Nutsara Tomcom.
Jay, that's incredible. I mean, I was sitting here shaking my head. Look at the shot, dude. Oh my goodness. That's one of those, if you're a player, a broadcaster, or a coach, you immediately turn into a fan. Because that's just one of those, like you said, you just marvel at.
Assist number 38 for Nutsara Tomcom. Willow Johnson now has 10 kills. Davis misses wide left.
Uh-oh.
Can Omaha find a way over the finish line in set 4? Or can San Diego seal this match up? Work to do. White and Nunaville are nearly butt heads. They work it over to Venegas. Vanderweide. Great up by Nunaviller. Samity gets it back on 1. De La Cruz jousts with Vanderweide. Wanted a double. Instead, it's Lindsay sniping the sideline. Unreal.
Lindsay V-dubs. And the execution of this San Diego team trying to eliminate Samity. Well, that's got it right back in here, Mr. Hurt.
What a scrappy point for San Diego. And Omaha wants to regroup. It's 5 of the last 6 points going the way of Taiba Hanif Park's team, trying to scrap through set 4 against Omaha.
Nutsara Tomcom out of Thailand, a very, very gifted and experienced international setter. Tomcom is so good in defense and also in transition. Beautiful play to the outside. 5'5" out of Thailand, her 16 years of professional.
Always pushes the pace. I love her choices too, offensively.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
Omaha led by as many as 6 in set 4, and their advantage back to 3 as TomCom can't dig that one up.
Still 3-point ball game here, Jake. Again, I know who you got at the service line. That makes this side out even more so important here for San Diego. First touch is going to be the biggest here on this point.
De La Cruz having herself a set with 6 kills here in the 4th, and an ace, adding to the league lead at 26.
You talked about that drought that Betty was in. She had, what, 2 aces and was it 4 ball games, I think you said, Jake? Again, I mean, she's starting to wake up when it counts.
Venegas handles that one better. Willow. Great block touch by Sophie Davis. White to Nuneviller. Nothing doing there. Back set Johnson. Great block touch again. Back row Betty. How did Venegas get that? Vanderweide clubs it over and we play on. Samity wipes it off the double block and brings Omaha within 2. 3 straight for the Supernovas out of the timeout. And Stephanie Samity is locked in San Diego. So Brett, a chance for the Mojo to regroup now. They clawed all the way back, expended so much energy to make this set more competitive. And credit this crowd, they've had their part in it.
In San Diego, Viejas Arena, they've shown some love here tonight. I know it's Hawaiian night. They got the shirts on. They're feeling the mojo in the stands. And again, San Diego, you just got to battle here, Jake. We keep saying it. I can't hammer this home enough. You have to ride out the end of the set. More than likely, you're not going to win. You have to find that momentum. They found it, Jake. Omaha's taking it back. You got to find something positive in set number 4.
Again, Omaha winners in 5 sets on Saturday night. Less than 72 hours ago, a home team has held serve, if you will, in all 3 matchups thus far. San Diego winning back on April 2nd here at Viejas Arena in 4-set fashion. Omaha trying to prevent history from repeating. Willow wallops one down, and that's 1 step in the right direction.
Yeah, you're right, Jake. If you're going to find yourself in a W situation, it's going to start with Willow. That cut shot has been the main thing working here in set 4 for the Mojo from number 4.
Nuneviller. Set back. Bastianelli. Her 5th of the match.
Look at that. Perfect technique. Her and Willow shoulder to shoulder. You got Ronica at the service line.
Ronica, the only player in the Pro Volleyball Federation with more aces than service errors. 11-9 in that column. That block sails wide. 24-20. Omaha can force a 5th. And they keep going back to Brooke Nuneviller, who didn't start tonight, but she has started to ignite in set 4.
Absolutely.
Sophie Davis, the rookie out of James Madison University, can serve it out. Samity Can't end the set yet. Back in system. De La Cruz blocked by Bastianelli. Her brilliance continues.
Back and forth right now like two heavyweight fighters, Jake. Look at this block. One-on-one, man. That is special. That is so special, Jake. She didn't have her feet set either. She had to jump at an angle. That is amazing.
23 blocks in 4 matches. A torrid pace for the Fighting Illini great. 3 more chances for Omaha, and they won't need all of them. Brooke Nuneviller, 25-21 Omaha. And these two teams, for the second time in 3 nights, will require a decider.
Omaha, Nebraska, where champions rise and dreams come alive. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. Witness the top 4 teams of Pro Volleyball Federation battle it out for eternal glory and $1 million bonus. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today. Pro Volleyball Federation, where every action carries the weight of passion and pride. There's a select group that rises above the rest. 23 athletes of the Pro Volleyball Federation are past or current members of the USA Women's National Volleyball Team, each a testament to dedication, skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Pro Volleyball Federation, building champions and making dreams a reality.
What an absolutely beautiful spring evening in the Midwest as we welcome you live to Grand Rapids. This is Pro Volleyball Federation. And on the left side, Chasse with a set point swing.
Tom to Temi, and she wins it for San Diego.
Pass by Sponsel. And Cash Brown, absolutely spectacular.
Well, Brett, we talked early on in this broadcast about the way this series has really delivered. Omaha with 2 match wins to San Diego's 1, but so many close sets, so many big runs. And tonight, whoever has the last run might just be the one to win it. First to 15, 5th set for the second time in 3 nights. And it starts with Temi Tamasai-Lara, 16 kills.
They played how many times, Jake? 3 times?
This is the 4th and final time, unless, of course, they meet again in the playoffs.
And the home team's won how many times?
3 for 3. Can San Diego make it 4 for 4 and get that series split? De La Cruz tried to split the block. Beautiful set out to Samity. Venegas to Willow Johnson, who beats a double block off the right arm of Sophie Davis.
Look at this. Wow. Fired up. Talk about trying to copy Papa Randy's aura. Well, she's got it right there.
In her home debut, Willow Johnson. Can't find a tough tool there. That one drew only tape. It's funny, Randy Johnson, it's been well documented. He's, in his retirement, become a professional and credentialed sports photographer. But he never brings the camera to Willow's games. He doesn't want that to get in the way of his viewing experience. Doesn't want to distract both himself or Willow in that sense. Back home, stateside, to play professionally, where she played the last 3 seasons with Athletes Unlimited, trained with San Diego all winter long. And her departure was a big gap to fill. Players like Temi Thomas-Ilara had to move to the right side to take that spot. Players like Kendra Dahlke practiced on the right side to take that spot. Seeing now the way that the new additions are really making both of these teams more complete, with Johnson on one side and Samity on the other.
Samity, I mean, she makes this a complete team, Jake, but like you said, the Mojo can come out with this win in the 5th set tonight. This is a statement here, moving ever so closer to 500, and obviously the Supernovas puts them closer to the Final Four.
Nunaviller off high hands, and she didn't start this match, used only as a server in sets 1 and 2, but she's got herself a 10-kill performance to go along with 8 digs.
Well, they fed her, Jake. Again, just keep going to her on that left pin, and she's swinging with all her might right now.
The USA national teamer also played in Turkey in her young but already quite accomplished career. Going against her former beach volleyball teammate Lindsay Vander Weide here tonight. She's had an excellent bounce-back match with 5 stuff blocks. In on the left side now. They'll go to right side instead, and that's the right choice. Tom always seems to make those.
Willow Johnson's ability to beat Christina Vuchkova tonight could end up being the difference in this ball game. Vuchkova's been one of the best middle blockers in the game this year in pro volleyball, Jake.
And she leads the league in blocks per match, second in blocks overall. Had 6 blocks Saturday night. Only 3 stuff blocks here tonight. Out of system set from Bastianelli. And then a lift called, or rather a double on Vuchkova. Neither team, their sharpest on that point.
Well, when you got Allie Bastianelli, no offense to her, setting you up, you're out of system. However, it was still an excellent set by the middle blocker.
Allie quiet early in set 4, came back alive late. She has 7 blocks, but couldn't dig that one.
You have to find a way, and again, I don't have the answer, so don't ask me. You got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand, out of her hands if you're San Diego and Samity. She's been awesome at the service line tonight too.
10 kills, hitting 20%. Brooke Nunaviller hitting 38% off the bench. A couple of super subs here tonight as the overpass. Ooh, Vander Weide couldn't put it down. Nunaviller almost made her pay. Willow off the tape and down.
Well, when you got the touch, when you're feeling a particular shot, why go away from it? Willow is feeling that cut shot right now from the right pin. Got to keep going to it. Nutsar knowing where to feed her.
Willow Johnson has taken 44 swings in this match tonight. 14 of those have ended up on Omaha's side of the floor. Nunaviller pushed back on one, Valentine Anderson. Tomcom raising the tempo. Now they'll slow it down. Vander Weide sent back Vuchkova. Stone, slide, knocked down, thanks to Nunaviller. And Samity from nowhere rolls it through. The Supernovas as a team, Brett, hit better out of system than in system this season. And plays like this are why.
Off of 1 foot. Going away from the net. Really? Really? And Jake, it's her first match of the year. And she's been arguably the best player on the floor.
Making the transition seamlessly from her experience overseas in Italy and Turkey. And again, those are known as two of the toughest leagues to play in. That's what drew the attention of Coach Bird-Kuhn. Added her great personality, high volleyball IQ, fit right in on this squad. I don't think they could have dreamed she would fit in this well, this fast. 14 kills off the bench.
Lindsey Vanderweyden has inserted her place right back into the rotation. Talk about fitting in. She's been the missing puzzle piece for the Mojo down the stretch here.
And for Lindsey, who's fought through some illness, had some stiff competition with Willow Johnson back in the gym, with the emergence of Kendra Dahlke, that lit a fire under her. Coach Aneve Park said she's the most competitive player on this team, and she has embraced that battle for playing time. That resilience paying off with her performance tonight. They went to her early, and it helped. Her stat line tonight, 11 kills, 12 digs, 5 blocks. Stone to Temi, free ball sent through. Back row, Brooke Nunaviller.
Well, we talked about how much they had been going to her on the left pin. Kept going, kept going, kept going. San Diego finally had an answer. Well, rotating around, they go to her right down the seam from the 10-foot line.
What a smart choice there by Nati Valentine Anderson, the FIU great who been the longtime setter for the Puerto Rican national team. Thomas Ilara takes advantage of the height mismatch with Valentine Anderson up front.
Knowing that we're only playing to 15 here, we're going to see when that first timeout is going to come about.
No timeout, but a substitution. As Vuchkova gets a rest. Great pass by Johnson. Temi, sent back by Sophie Davis. Back to her. Temi Thomas Ilara. When it comes to key points late in sets, Taiba Hanif Park says she's a rookie in name only.
Look at her, man. Splits the block, no emotion. Cold-blooded.
From Glenwood, Illinois, a south suburb of Chicago, a first-generation volleyball player who just absorbs information so well, like a sponge, according to Taiba Hanif Park. Mojo have not gone to their bench really since the start of the second set, save for Thomas Ilara's rest to start set 4. Have they found the right combination? They have. Thomas Ilara with the block. Timeout, Supernovas, as Temi says it's time to take over.
Omaha, Nebraska. Get ready for an electrifying weekend of pro volleyball action. The inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation Championship takes over CHI Health Center. The match for $1 million, May 15th and May 18th. Secure your ticket today.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block.
Gear up with the official Pro Collection apparel today. Available exclusively at renathletics.com and provolleyballshop.com.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Well, in a first to 15 set, it gets late fast. And San Diego surging ahead 10-6 behind their 19th stuff block of this match. Brett, it was Omaha setting a team record in that category Saturday with 19 of their own. Tonight, the Mojo have matched that. Big point here. Both teams need it. Temi, target practice.
Team time here in San Diego, Jake. She's unstoppable in the crunch time. I mean, this is unreal. Nutsara giving her the perfect set, hitting it right over the hands. Thomasai Laura is so special, is just a rookie.
That is her third 20-kill performance against Omaha this season. She had her season high 27 against them a couple of weeks ago, 24 on Saturday. Back row, Brooke flies into the picture. Temi, ooh, that was a tight set, doesn't matter. Winning the joust and bringing San Diego even closer. And it was Hilly back into the game for Valentine Anderson. And when you win a joust against a setter of her caliber, you're doing something right.
Yeah, seeing Sydney back on the floor again, first time she's been on the floor since set 3. So again, interesting adjustment she had to make, and well, go right in the ball game and face the hottest player on the floor right at the net.
So the error from Stone opens the door back up for Omaha, but a great run on serve nonetheless for Ronica, the spiritual leader of this team, their most consistent force. She has shown up in a big way here tonight, even though the numbers might not scream that off the page. Valentine Anderson, who's set ever since the beginning of set number 3 out of the intermission, goes back to serve. With Samity and De La Cruz in the front row. Bastianelli got the touch. 2 points away for San Diego.
Capturing the momentum at the end of set 4. Now bringing it here into set 5. Vieja Serena, they're alive. And well, the Mojo, it's winning time.
Back row attempt blocked. 8 for Bastianelli. Her personal best, a team record. And she has been a game wrecker at times here tonight. Timeout Omaha with San Diego on the brink. And in a 5th set full of spectacular performances, you can't help but highlight Temi Thomas-Ailara. 6 kills, 2 stuff blocks in the 5th set alone.
And another double-double. You mentioned the 21 kills, 17 digs tonight for Temi Thomas-Ailara. And 1 major set and match point coming up in the grand scheme of things here for the Mojo. We talked about the last time they beat them, the first time they beat them here at Vieja Serena. That could have been a turning point in the season. It has been. Tonight is a statement late in the season here for the Mojo.
Well, what's become a routine, this their 4th consecutive 5-setter. And they lean into it, that scrappy identity. Looking for another scrappy victory. Temi, blocked there by Sophie Davis. where Stephanie Samony made a debut for Omaha and impacted the match in a huge way. Might they lean on her during these pivotal match points? Temi Thomas-Ilara takes over in the 5th set. And on a night where the Mojo welcomed Willow Johnson to the fans at Viejas Arena, they are welcomed back into the win column. In 5-set fashion, they beat the Omaha Supernovas to split the season series and solidify their grip on the 4th playoff spot. Brett, what a match.
Yeah, wonderful night. 8-9 for the Mojo. They're starting to really try and sink their teeth, Jake, into that 4th playoff spot. Omaha, again, they still got to feel good about where they're at 12-7, 5 games above 500. But for San Diego, man, to sweep Omaha at home, split the season series at 2-2, this could be a matchup we see in Omaha in a couple weeks. Again, a lot of things have to play out, but could be seeing this again in the playoffs for the 5th time around. But tonight, the last battle in the regular season was indeed a threat.
So San Diego playing their 4th 5-set match in a row. You think they're happy to have number 4 back? They have won 3 of those 4 5-setters, and they avenge Saturday night's defeat. The Supernovas dropped to 12-7. They're back home Friday night to take on Grand Rapids on CBS Sports Network. For the Mojo, it's a Friday night showdown with the Vegas thrill that awaits. We will see you there. On behalf of all the men and women in our technical crew, for Ryan Bradley and Brett Loftus, I'm Jay Kerman saying so long from San Diego.